Hello and welcome to day 3 of Mobile World Congress. We've got a very strong, close partner of ours today with us. I'd like you to introduce yourself, please.
I'm Guim. I'm part of the Network and Edge division in the CTO office at Intel. And myself and the team were working on creating the next generation of system architecture for Edge to cloud. And we've been closely working with you guys for the last 5 years, trying to see how to manage systems at scale and how to provide quality of service and reduce TCO for our common partners.
Thank you, Cesc. So Edge is purely partner play. It's all about building partner ecosystem. Now, how do you see the Edge partner ecosystem transform from what was 2 years ago to now? How do you see what kind of partners are coming on board within Edge?
Yeah. That's an excellent question. I think that one of the transformations that we've been seeing over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years is like, if you look at when we started working in Edge, like maybe 5 years ago, like everything were like POCs, like you have a server that run bare metal applications, very, kind of handmade projects, right? And I've seen transformation towards the cloud native architecture, like with containers, Dockers, Kubernetes, and all that stuff. And I think that one of the clear kind of transitions that you can see with partners like Casa and other 5G providers is that now everything is container based. And what that it means is that from an ecosystem perspective, if we're sort of capable to define the APIs that we make easy to onboard applications, to onboard network functions, to onboard capabilities that you can use the container principles to kind of build end-to-end systems. I see that the concepts that we talked about like five years ago about the need of modularity, interoperability, and all those things are becoming a reality.
A reality. Finally, it is a slow-moving industry, but we see light at the end of the tunnel. Now, based on your answer, how important is an orchestration platform to bring all these partners together?
I mean, it's like it's having a car that you have the wheels. Okay, so let me put it in a different. If you have a car that has wheels, steering wheel, but not the engine, not the doors, it doesn't work, right? So you need always something, the chassis or like the management system that would put things together in a consistent and cohesive manner, right? So. Like for me, orchestration is kind of the brain of the infrastructure, and for the end customer, like that's the thing that makes things possible. And I think orchestration it's going to become more and more important as the real deployments at large scale happen, right? Because you will have hundreds of thousands of edge locations, and how do you manage them effectively? How you keep user experience? How you keep like quality of service? How you keep things moving in a reliable manner? That's what an orchestration piece has to do.
And how important is being vendor agnostic in this mix? I mean, do customers still want to have a dedicated one-stop shop, or are they open to having a platform that will manage a heterogeneous setup?
It's kind of an interesting question. It's like, again, coming back to the analogy of the car. Like you are driving a BMW, Mercedes, Peugeot, whatever. You don't know what engine is there. So you have no idea, but you know the experience.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same. I mean, analogy-wise, it's the same thing, right? So when you have the application, you are completely agnostic to the hardware because you don't understand the hardware.
Right.
What you want is a layer that allows you to deploy your application on top of the hardware, providing the quality of service experience that you expect, but you don't want to be dependent. So to shorten the answer is absolutely. Like you have to be agnostic to the hardware because like customers will have. Like in retail, one of the GMs at Intel that is running retail, she was telling me, look, my retail stores, they have like 25 different types of hardware devices. So applications have to be aware of these 25 different hardwares. No way.
Yeah, fully agree. I know we are running out of time. Just a final question. What are the industries you see are going to be quickly adopting edge computing? It's been a bit of a moving target because what we initially projected 3, 4, 5 years ago didn't really, 6 out of 10 was true, but what do you see the future of adoption when it comes to enterprises?
Yeah, I think still, if you ask me, I think that still it's a little bit fuzzy still. If you ask myself, I think that all the verticals where AI is becoming something that can provide ROI, that's where probably the edge use cases are going to be more relevant. Thinking on like defect detection for manufacturing, thinking on logistics, areas where you can really like translate the use case into specific KPIs that then customer can really understand, okay, I'm saving X amount of dollars, X amount of energy. Like for example, sustainability, look, energy savings. That's something that all the companies are looking into. So
would you say that any industry where they use data for real-time decision making?
Totally.
Yeah. Great. Thank you very much, Cesc. Lovely having you again.
Thank you so much.